Hey, welcome to CeriseFairfax.com and welcome to Toronto. Right now we're at the streets of Church and let me get it in there, Carlton. So, Church and Carlton is where Pride begins. Pride is going to be starting right at this corner. They're going to be shutting down this whole entire street starting the Friday of, and they shut it down for the whole entire weekend until the Sunday at midnight. There's a lot of music that is being played. A lot of vendors are all along this street right here because it's all closed down. And you can find vendors from anything at all, from jewelry to clothing to food. Awesome food in the city as well. And a lot of people who make their own crafts are going to have vendor tables as well. So come on out and support their ideas and their creativity. Now, this here is Church Street itself that we're walking along. Church Street is known as the Village, the LGBT community. So, if some of you are wondering what L stands for, lesbian, G, gay, B, bisexual, T, transgender. And that's exactly what you will find in this area. A lovely mix of everyone who is free to be who they want to be. Now, just to show you a few places, here's Hair of the Dog over there. Hair of the Dog has a lot of pub food, good drinks, a wonderful patio, which I like to consider somewhat of an oasis because, let me see, till this truck passes, right there is the patio. And if I can just zoom in a little bit, you will see that it is all right in there. Someone saying hi. All right in there is the patio oasis. It's all covered in and it's very, very nice. It's a little school over here in the community. You can expect to see a few high-rises on Church Street. And just going to take you up a little bit more. We're going to go all the way to Wellesley since this whole community, the most popular part is Church in Wellesley. And we're just going to keep walking up. Don't want to get too many people on camera that don't want to be on it, so that's why I'm more focused on the road as opposed to the sidewalk. So now the next street we're coming up to is Alexander. Alexander Street is a one-way street going west from Yonge Street. As some of you might know, Yonge Street is one of the busiest streets in the world and also the longest street in Canada, and it could be in the world. I'm just not sure. I don't want to misrepresent. But for sure, Yonge Street is a very long street, and it's right there. The very next street down, a little bit of a walk, but it's kind of blurry. Trying to zoom all the way in, but it's all the way down there. Okay? Honestly, a 5-minute walk, if you're not a walker, then yeah, you will be able to do it anyway. So again, Alexander Street, it's named after somebody named Alexander Wood, which I'll get the little statue right over there. Now, you're not supposed to walk across on red lights, and I didn't, it's green. What I was about to. Okay, so here's Alexander Wood. A regal man, a man in his own time from the 1772 to 1844. Alexander Wood came to Canada in 1793, settled in York. York is now called Toronto, by the way, in 1797, and started a mercantile business, one of only 3 stores in York at the time. Within a year, he was a lieutenant in the York militia. He was appointed magistrate in 1800, and by 1805 was a commissioner for the Court of Requests, a senior planning officer. He was involved in a homophobic scandal in 1810 and fled to Scotland. But in 2 years, he was back in Canada. Yay! and resumed his duties. In spite of the ridicule and discrimination, he had a successful career in public service. He was on the executive of nearly every society in York, often as a treasurer. He was manager of several businesses and acted for clients in land transactions. Wood died in 1844 at the age of 72 while in Scotland. The British colonist paper called him one of Toronto's most respected inhabitants. Now, he is awesome. My gosh, like, this is the first time I've ever read this, by the way, guys. So he was one of the first people, and he was a mercantile. All right, so he must have dressed quite snazzy back in his day, as he looks quite good there. Hat and gloves and walking stick. All right, so for those of you who don't know, here's the Pride colors. And they are the colors of the rainbow. They represent love, they represent joy, peace, harmony, and all that good stuff. Now we're walking up here. If you come here, you'll find some sushi, a chiropractor, pizza, and some apartments up there that you might get for Airbnbs. I'm not quite sure if they rent them out, but there's a hair store as well. There's also Flight Center and a herbalist. The Black Eagle is a bar that I've frequented a lot. It has more men, but oh my gosh, Pride, you want to get in there, make sure you're in there first because it's crowded. Everywhere is crowded here on Pride. I will be doing another video during Pride to show you guys. So, a couple of new stores there. I haven't been to this one right here, to the pharmacy, but Kintaro I have been to, and it's very good. And Flash is another one. You get a lot of strippers in there and male dancers, male exotic dancers, and they're awesome. Woody's, sometimes I've been there. Great. Sailor's great. Upstairs there's a great store if you're into some nice alternative clothing and pretty good prices. You can ask for my friend KL. He is also the hairdresser there. Fuel, and then the Pharmacy Village UPS store. The Church Mouse is one of my favorite spots that I like to go to. I love. Here's O'Grady's. They pump the music as well in the summertime when it comes to Pride. And then Garage. That's another hot spot that I go to. Every Pride, they are lit. Definitely want to go to Garage. They play music. They have diva shows, you know, just like some really, I call them diva shows, but drag queen shows, drag king shows as well. You don't want to miss a drag king show, and it's really good. They also have a huge patio, and they also celebrate on their patio. Now, just to let you know, on the weekend of Pride, that whole street right there is also closed off. And that patio from the Church Mouse comes right out to the middle of the road. And the patio from Garage also goes straight out to the middle of the road. Now let's see, there's the Starbucks. Now tonight, I'm gonna bring you guys back to Statler's, right here. And Statler's is where my friend Al Kenny is going to be performing tonight. And I'll show you guys what it's like in there. And they also have a huge patio during Pride. It's great. I love it. So we're almost entering. Let's see what we have here, what we missed here. There's a stag shop. There's an optical. There's this one right here. I've never been to this one. Salom. See, I would say it's Salam. Thai bistro, but I do love Thai food. Baskin and Robbins, of course. Anyone that knows ice cream knows Baskin and Robbins. Great place to go. Sambuca's I've been to once. Very nice, good, classy food. Let me look over here. Patisserie, I go there. It's a fruit market. Very nice place to go and get some fresh fruits every day. The owners, it's like a mom and pop place. The owners also have a sandwich spot at the very back of the store that sells fresh sandwiches that you can order, and also food. I love it there. Glad Day Bookshop. It is like a library that you can get books at, coffee and cocktails, and also food. The food there is great. You don't want to miss out on that. And they also have a huge inside. You can go in there and sit all day. Free Wi-Fi and just a great atmosphere. There's a second cup over here. And there's Ginger. Ginger they have really good food here. I actually ate there last night and it was just so tasty. And now we are hitting Wellesley. And this is basically where the village is known for. Church and Wellesley. Now this corner here has changed quite a bit and it's not what it used to be, but that's okay because Toronto is a changing city. So we just came all the way from down there. See where the construction is being put together? That's how far we walked right now. And just to let you know, during Pride, up here is also closed as well. They don't just close it to Wellesley. They close it, I'm pretty sure, I'll correct myself if I'm mistaken in another video, but I'm pretty sure that they actually close it right up to Charles Street, which is just up here, another block. So I'm pretty sure. See, look, there's a Mexican grill here. Very tasty foods you can find here. There's a lot of Airbnbs downtown Toronto. They vary in price. You want to go on Airbnb.com or you can just go to any place on the internet and just plug in cheap rentals in Toronto by the day. You can get hotels that are cheap as well. You might want to check out booking.com or hotels.com and all that stuff. There's a florist if you want to buy some flowers for someone. And there's a beer store right here. There's a lot that goes on here during Pride too as well. And over here is the 519 Community Center. The reason why it's called the 519 is because of its address, but it also is nameless, pretty much. No name, because it's for the community, LGBT community, and it's not pretty much labeled, right? It's just a number, and what's more important are the people who attend. And then there's like some type of a progress place, an addiction place that people can go to and get help. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Once you get up here, it starts to get less busier. Bloor Street is all the way at the top. That's another very busy street. And I'll be doing a video on Bloor Street one day as well, just to show you guys what's up there and what's happening. Thank you for joining me, CeriseFairfax.com. I hope to see you at Pride, and I really hope to get some love out of you, subscribe, and also like. Thank you very much for joining.